All right, we are here hanging out with the boys in DIY, Tommaso Ciampa and also Johnny Gargano, and we were just talking before you guys got over here. We were reminiscing our own personal connection with you guys. So it's crazy because you're going to be at Wrestlemania, NXT, and last year I saw you wrestle after Wrestlemania with Candice LeRae and Joey Ryan in front of a couple hundred people. It's got to be a trip to go from wrestling at like 1 a.m. to now being a part of a big match at NXT.
It's pretty wild. I know last year it was our first kind of taste of NXT WrestleMania weekend. We did Access. We did the TV tapings for NXT. I myself personally had an indie show that afternoon and ran over to NXT tapings, did that, and then had another indie show after that.
Wow.
So I was kind of hectic then, so I didn't get to take everything in. But now I'm here today and I'm looking around. I'm like, this is amazing. This is Disneyland for a wrestling fan.
Absolutely.
It's absolutely
fantastic. So you're not bored then?
No, never. But yeah, like it's different. Like I know, like you said, last year I wrestled at midnight or like 12:30 after WrestleMania.
Yeah, it was awesome. That was one of the most fun match just nights. I'm like, I told my wife, she's like, "You're insane." So you're gonna go from WrestleMania and then jump on over to an indie show. And I was like, it was a great time.
As wrestlers, we were like, is anyone gonna actually come? Like they just saw WrestleMania, which is the biggest show, not just of the weekend, but in wrestling, and they're gonna go and see it more shows. But I think that just shows you the passion, the drive of wrestling fans. This is a special weekend. It's a once-in-a-lifetime sort of thing. When you're here WrestleMania weekend, it's to have fun, and that's the key word here. Have fun.
It's crazy because then I also have a connection with you because I used to, when I was in college, I played at the University of Maryland, and I used to come to Dew Burns Arena at least once a month to watch you wrestle for Ring of Honor and be with in the House of Truth, and then 5 years later at WrestleMania Access getting to interview you before what could possibly be one of the biggest moments of your career to this point. How did that transition feel for you?
It was the transition from Ring of Honor to WWE and NXT and just in general to get to here was more of just like kind of like a gamble game of bet on yourself. I say that a lot to guys when they ask me for advice or anything in wrestling. It's like, in this sport, you just have to have a certain amount of confidence where you have to be a risk taker. And that's what a lot of the journey is to get to this point. It's understanding who you are as a person and just taking a chance and hoping for the best. And, us two joining the Dusty Classic as a tag team for the first time ever on this stage with NXT, where the best competition in the world was a gamble, and it's paid off pretty well for us. And now here we are, a day away from our opportunity to become two-time NXT Tag Team Champions at TakeOver in front of 15,000 people, and it's been a wild ride.
And I will absolutely be there for that.
Oh, hell yeah. I mean, as you can tell, we're marginal wrestling.
Yes.
Yeah.
So are we.
Clearly, I used to go to
a hobby.
Anybody who's ever seen the show at Dew Burns Arena knows that you got to be a real wrestling fan. It's literally an indoor soccer arena, and they surround it, and they actually have a really good setup. They had some cage matches in there. It was crazy, but it's so funny walking in because the Baltimore Blast, which is a minor league indoor hockey team, plays in there, and I've seen them play in there. And then when you go there and watch wrestling, it's like the same building, but like an absolutely completely different building.
The atmosphere
is completely crazy.
That was one of my favorite venues. We talk about it a lot, like the difference being here and stuff that like you can only appreciate if you did the grind on the independent scene, like having a car service or having catering or having showers in a lot. It's real wild, and even now, like, we just a lot of times sit back and just appreciate things, especially when we take tours overseas and stuff, like when we went to Australia and Japan and all that. It's amazing to have so many people looking out for you and helping you with your itinerary and getting around and stuff. It really takes a lot of the pressure and the stress off. So it's like,
and it lets you perform.
Yeah, it lets you focus on the most important stuff.
Exactly.
Have you noticed that mentally, did you have to prepare differently for jumping into the world of like NXT and the world of WWE? Was there a big transition, or was it just okay, we just continue to do what we do? Or
yeah, I mean, we've been doing this for a very long time at this point. I mean, we've been doing this each individually for 12 years. Like I said, we were singles guys before we got here. I think mentally it's kind of different to be in a tag team. Mm-hmm. You kind of have to prepare a little differently that way. But other than that, I feel it's business as usual. For me, I know that this was always a dream of mine. I know Tommaso, this is always a dream of his.
Yep.
So when you're here, it's kind of like, okay, the work hasn't started. Like, the work hasn't started yet. It's just, you got here. You got your foot in the door. Now it's about showing the world what you can do. And I think at NXT TakeOver Orlando, we're excited to show the world what we can do.
How long after you guys, as you mentioned, you guys got together at the Dusty Classic, how long after that did you guys realize, we might have caught lightning in a bottle? This really might be something that is going to propel us to another level, which you immediately did.
It didn't feel that way for a while, I don't think.
The first time, I think, we had a match with Alpha on NXT television.
Yep.
That's the first time I remember coming off of a match in a tag team setting and going, all right, I'm starting to get this a little bit, because there's a cadence and a pace to being a singles wrestler, and there's this comfort. It's you and your opponent, and you control everything that happens in that match for the most part.
Absolutely.
And there's a difference in tag team wrestling. That Alpha match, though, feeling the energy and feeling the pacing, the cadence, I was like, okay, I think there might be something there. But it was, I'd say, Brooklyn. Takeover Brooklyn.
Takeover Brooklyn. That was
special.
That was
the
DIY's coming out party, I think.
Yeah, and that's what we viewed it as too.
Yeah.
We wanted so badly.
We wanted to be on a takeover.
Since coming to NXT, we said we just want one takeover opportunity, and we'll never be left off another one.
Yep.
We did Brooklyn.
Yep.
And then we did Toronto, and then San Antonio.
Now we're doing Orlando.
And last year we were just part of Access, and there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, Access is amazing in its own right, but when we did it,
at that time, that was a goal. We wanted to be on Access.
And I tweeted right after it a photo from us in the ring that night, and I said, 2016 Access, 2017 TakeOver, 2018 WrestleMania. And DIY, that's what we want.
And you're on track.
We're on track.
Seems like it.
So then what's you accomplished that goal, then what's next? What's the next goal in your guys' mind?
Personally, I want us to main event a takeover.
Yeah.
The women's had a revolution, and the tag team revolution is going on right now, but it just hasn't quite hit that peak where it main events.
Yep.
And I want that. I want us to main event takeover so badly.
Not gonna. Us and Revival from Toronto, 2 out of 3 Falls, was voted the match of the year.
Yes.
Rightfully so.
You're saying we have a certain level of chemistry with the Revival. Who will be a part of the Triple Threat Tag Team match this Saturday. And I don't know, us and Revival, it's I think we're destined to do this forever, it feels like.
Apparently.
Do you look forward to a chance of possibly squaring off against each other again?
Look forward to it? No.
Okay. Yeah.
I look forward to becoming 2-time NXT Tag Team Champions.
Yeah. We don't like the Revival, but we definitely respect the Revival.
Yeah,
we respect what they do. I mean, for what they've done for NXT, I mean, you can't take that away from them.
Yeah.
They say they're the MVPs of NXT. I mean, that's to be debated, but I mean, they definitely are. I think, for my money, one of the best tag teams in the world.
Yeah, 100%.
Without a shadow of a doubt. They're incredibly good at what they do, and I mean, I don't know about excited about getting in the ring with them again, but.
I think the question was actually getting in the ring versus each other.
You guys.
Each other again?
Because
that's why I said not looking forward to it.
Speaking of
the match you guys had together.
At the Cruiserweight Classic was it was one of those moments. Like, I was watching the match, and I watched the entire Cruiserweight Classic, and for my money, of all the things WWE has done on the WWE Network, nothing is better beginning to end than the Cruiserweight Classic. That, in and of itself, revolutionized how I viewed the network, how it could be used.
It was like a vision of Hunter and Mr. Regal, and it was like, I mean, spot on if you're a purist in pro wrestling, what you want pro wrestling to be. It really was.
Like, I watch a lot. I watch independent wrestling, but I don't watch all independent wrestling. So the thing that I love most about the Cruiserweight Classic was getting to see guys that I had never seen before, like Grand Metalik. I had never seen him before. Was there anyone that you guys met there that you hadn't wrestled with before, and you saw, wow, this guy's actually really good?
It's funny because we pretty much knew almost everybody in the Cruiserweight Classic.
That locker room was a blast.
It was amazing because, like, for us personally, like we said, like, we've been doing this for like 12 years. A lot of guys have been doing this just as long as us, and like they haven't had their break yet. The Cruiserweight Classic was the break for a lot of guys.
Yeah.
I mean, a guy like Tony Nese, a guy like Zack Sabre Jr.,
Jack Gallagher,
a guy like Jack Gallagher. So many guys took that opportunity and just ran with it, and like that's awesome. I mean that's awesome for us to see our friends go out and achieve their dreams, and it's super cool that so many guys are being brought in now in different ways and different roles that you wouldn't see. You see a guy like that and you'd be like, I don't know if he really fits that mold. I mean, we don't fit that mold. We don't fit the mold.
You break the mold.
We try.
Succeed.
You don't fit the mold of being a tag team. Sometimes you just catch lightning in a bottle. That's all.
Yeah, but I mean, it's 2017, and it's such a great time to not just to be a professional wrestler in this business. It's a great time to be a wrestling fan because there's so many doors that are open now, and so many different possibilities and things that you never thought would be possible for
so
are
many
possible
unexpected
now. It's
moments.
amazing.
There's been so many moments where I'm like, I can't believe this is actually happening on the WWE. Yeah, it's great. Well, looking forward to seeing you guys wrestle tomorrow night. That's going to be on the WWE Network and
streaming
NXT Takeover.
live, man.
That's right.
Can't wait for it.
Looking forward to seeing you guys.
I'm expecting you guys to steal the show. I'm being honest. I'm really expecting at the end of the night to be talking about, that triple threat match was incredible.
That's the goal. You want to steal the show. You want to steal the weekend WrestleMania.
That's our job.
Man, that's what everybody wants.
It's the biggest weekend of the year. I mean, if there's any time to do it, I'd say it's time's now.
Yeah.
Right on. Well, thank you guys.
Thank you guys.
It's been a
Appreciate it.
pleasure, man.
Thanks.
Thanks, guys.
Awesome.